Well, I wanted to introduce you guys to a new project that I kind of undertook this year, and that is updating my garage to be an office space and then also some bit of a workshop. Now, as you can probably see here, it is a fairly small garage. In fact, it is an old style 1950s one-car garage, which really is like a three-quarter garage. So the idea here was to have a workspace where I could work on the vehicles, such as right now with the oil pan for the 53 Chevy 3100. I had a space to put like my welding stuff, and then of course some wall storage. My actual office to a bedroom for the girls, I needed a place to work, and I wanted it to be away from the house as much as possible. So what I did was I kind of commandeered the front half of my garage and basically installed a standing desk, some wired networking, and actually ended up wiring up the whole house through this project. So this kind of became like three projects in one. And then one, of course, was setting up the air compressor, which I have a whole bunch of footage and everything to go through here to show kind of more of this process. But, you know, I basically ran all the air lines. I had a mini split installed, and I also had this back wall here, or excuse me, the side wall insulated, which you can see here. They came through and they did cellulose insulation. Then I had my buddy come in and touch up the walls. And then once that was complete, I ended up gutting the whole garage, which was the cleanest it had ever looked, at least from a standpoint of crap in the garage. And I had the floor fixed. You can't see it as much now, but there was a giant chasm right here where the floor is separated. So I had my buddy fill that. And then I went through and washed the floor, etched the floor, and painted it with this basically epoxy paint. So it is not an epoxy primer where it has the flake and all that cool stuff. This is a utility garage. This is not a showroom. So the idea here is to have a workspace that's functional, but is, it looks nice, and it's, like I said, it's multi-purpose. So as you can see here, even with how clean everything was in some of these videos, it's dirty again. And part of the reason for that is because I'm moving stuff from, summer to winter mode. So we don't have a ton of space here. It's just a reality of where we live. So I have to make do with what I have. And honestly, I think I've done a pretty good job. So I had a sub panel put in so that I could run a welding plug right there. I also have the compressor, which if I go up here, you can see I had conduit put in, so we didn't have to destroy the walls. And then we have the compressor put in. And then if I go and spin the camera around from my previous videos you've probably seen, I have a 50 amp plug right there to charge an electric vehicle, which was the Lightning. So the idea of this space is multi-purpose. And one of the other things that I want to do is kind of the view that you're seeing here. I'll do kind of maybe twisted like this a little bit, is I want to get into live streaming as well as just creating more at the desk content. I'm always either behind the camera or I'm working on a car or something like that. So I want to kind of play around with some different formats, different video types. I'm actually creating a separate channel entirely, which is going to be focused on small business ownership and running the studio, actually the creative studio, which is kind of my main focus. Because this channel itself became more car related, and I have nothing wrong with that. Totally thrilled about it, all the different projects. But yeah, you can basically see behind me, this is just my garage. Here in my garage, as Ty Lopez would say. It's been the better part of this year working on this, albeit not consistently. I've had a whole bunch of other stuff. We've traveled, done all sorts of things. Quite frankly, YouTube and the cars and stuff like that is a hobby. So if the kids are doing something or we're going out, going on vacation or whatever, that's going to take focus. So I realize that the content isn't always as consistent, but I am really trying to get at least one video out a week. So yeah, this is my garage setup. This is what I will be working on the cars, especially during the winter. Actually, I'm going to plan on bringing the Mustang. It's going to be right there. The 911 is leaving. More on that and why that's happening in a future video. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to be able to actually work on the Mustang right here. As you can see, like I have a little bit of a table set up. Not a ton of space, believe it or not. If I bring a car, it will probably come to right about the beginning of my flooring here for the office. But like I said, it's just a reality of a small garage. You do with what you can, and hopefully one day I'll actually have a multi-bay, studio setup in a future home. But for right now, this is what I'm working with, and I'm pretty excited to finally have a space where I have my work, and then I also have my, be it hobby, which is the car stuff. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Hopefully this was fun and interesting. Probably didn't learn too much, but maybe you did. As always, I appreciate you guys' support. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.